sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. And we are underway from North London. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And here's Jones again on second down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is McCarthy.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Down to about the 32. You look at this Browns defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Running right, Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
In motion goes the tight end.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I'm going to take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier.
19 carries, 92 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Browns.
On first and 10, it's Algier.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So first down, we'll stick with Algier.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Throwing now, Gabriel. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Minnesota's offense takes over possession in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. And they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A 9-yard gain.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll try and do this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Bulldozes past him, and he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Jefferson. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now McCarthy.
That is caught. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they didn't have a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Working out of the gun here, Gabriel. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Gabriel.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
As a passer, always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Up the middle, Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, say, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And inside give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Jones will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
One after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Round 7.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First down, they'll start with Algier.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Open man, that's Tillman.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Browns at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Gabriel looking to throw. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Tyler Algier. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd.
Gabriel from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Algier is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Again, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
McCarthy operating from the gun. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game down as well.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
He'll try and do this himself.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this belongs to the Vikings. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
For the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more back in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Gabriel.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8 yards.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Algier.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Vikings first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Over the middle, complete to Addison.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
9 yards. First down, Minnesota.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Jefferson. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 43-yard line.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Slant route, and he's got Addison.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
There he goes, left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Algier going straight ahead. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
To the air is Gabriel.
He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Gabriel.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. He's got this to Algier. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Browns.
To throw, Gabriel.
Throw left side complete. That's full. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To the sideline and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
8 yards to go.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Rams at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. And it's a top 10 rusher from last season, Kyren Williams. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in Week 5 with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh all on the bye. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Throwing now, Gabriel. That's going to be caught by Judy.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And it's third down.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Throwing is McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
He's got the hook up to Moore.
And some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down.
Give to Jones.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
At the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up
On play action, McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
They get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now it's Mason.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jordan Mason.
His first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's complete to Palmer.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Algier trying to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right back to Mason.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now McCarthy.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The Browns offense and Tyler Algier getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
2nd down and a yard.
Complete to David Njoku. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Working out of the gun here, Gabriel.
47-yard line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Gabriel. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
That's a gain of
Gabriel
7.
looking to throw.
Brings up 3rd.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the 1st.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the counter, here's Algier.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
2nd and 9.
21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw.
Gabriel. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun.
Gabriel. He'll try and do this himself.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Looking to put a drive together.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Formation for the Vikings.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
Gabriel from the gun on third down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here.
Looking to put a drive together.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mason.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Minnesota.
And they'll go again with Mason.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson to target.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
2-yard gain on the
Here's
play.
McCarthy.
And it's third down.
He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now Gabriel. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between.
And pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Algier now up the middle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 31.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
To the air is Gabriel. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now a handoff to Algier.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
And he stopped immediately there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 14.
From the gun, it's Gabriel. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Dustin Hopkins on for the Browns field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. He lets one go deep for Allison.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
On again, it's Algier. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's another Browns
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw, Gabriel.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing now, Gabriel.
And it's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a 4th-quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The stop in by Myles Garrett. A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Mason going to get it on 1st down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
Well, get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd down, here's Algier.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out now come the Vikings.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing is McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 2nd and 6.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the give, it's Mason. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Algier with another carry.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down in the yard. They'll hand it to Mason.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Now Mason.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the
Draw play, Mason. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Gabriel.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by a field goal. 1:52 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw.
Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. Second down, 8 yards to go.
They'll look to throw.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mason on the taunts. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
A dump off from Mason.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
At the 38-yard line.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with 4. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got room past the 30 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Gabriel. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Johnson. A 7-yard pickup.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 17-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Gabriel looking to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Algier. And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
Now it's just going with the meteorologist. Said it's a day game. I'm here.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now McCarthy.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Cleveland, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see